Hello everyone. I will be showing you how to do the Pipework 1 uploaded in Blackboard. So this is in the PDMS folder, Pipework 1, which is this one. So this is a pipeline connection between two equipments, 1302A of nozzle 2 to uh, 1201 equipment name nozzle 1. The connection is the nozzle 2 of the top equipment is my head of the pipe, and the bottom nozzle, nozzle 1, is my tail of the pipe. So we're going to go to the Everything 3D and see how we can make the pipe connection. So the same procedure, initially create a site. Let's name it pipe 1. Create a zone inside here. I'm just going with the default, and in that zone, so instead of doing the equipment, we're going to do the piping. So if you don't see, as you see, I don't see the piping tab. So you just go to the top and create the piping tab. It should pop up. Okay, so there you go. So this is your piping tab. So we want to create a piping connection. Okay, so before that, let me add the two equipments uh, for the piping connection. So it says 1302A. So let me see if I have that in my default database. So everyone has this site sample. So in this is like a default library. They have some default equipment saved in here. So if you see over here, 1302A, heat exchanger. So you can just right click over here, 3D view, and add only, because we just want to display the equipment so that we can make the piping connection. Okay. And let me see what's the other one. So it's 1201. So same way, find 1201. So this is my 1201 equipment. Same way, right click and add only. So these are the two equipments I have. Um, so before starting your piping, so I just added it from the library. So you go back to the zone because we're going to create our piping in that zone, not in this default library. So select this zone and then go to the piping and create a new pipe. Okay. So left click. Um, so you should see something like this. Maybe a little bit more because it's not showing me the pipe specification. Oh, it is. Okay. So pipe name, does it have a name over here? Let's name it pipe 1. Okay, pipe 1. And the pipe specification is usually, if it's not mentioned, it says /B. Uh, Anyways, this is to let you know how where you need to find the specification from. So there are all types of piping. Usually, we do all our pipe work using the A3B because that has less conflict with the components of the pipe uh, provided in this library here, because sometimes the one kind of pipe doesn't suit with another type of component, like maybe an elbow or maybe a valve. So what we uh, usually will do is will always use this A3B type of pipe specification. But if you're gonna work in the industry, you need to know like what kind of specification do you need to select for your pipe. The bore diameter. Next is the bore diameter. Bore diameter is the diameter of the pipe. So the diameter of the pipe here, it's given. It says 6-inch times 3-inch conical reducer. So what it means is the bigger diameter is 6-inch, the smaller diameter is 3-inch. So this is a reducer. It's like nozzle. You can say it's similar to a nozzle. It's changing the diameter of the pipeline. Okay, so this is a component of the piping. So basically, our major part of the pipe is 3-inch diameter pipe connection. So let's start with the 3-inch pipe. So bore diameter is 3-inch. 3-inch is very close to 80 millimeter. Okay, 75 millimeter, 80 millimeter. Insulation and other stuff. If the specification is given, you need to specify those. But this doesn't have any influence on uh, the CAD drawing of the piping. And this is not an analysis tool, so it doesn't matter in this case. But this information should be there because when you are actually trying to build up the pipe, you need to know, like this specification needs to be labeled in the drawing. That's why they do this, but in the class we don't necessarily need to do that. So the major part during the class work is you select the pipe specification properly and the diameter, okay? And then click apply. So there you go. So it's asking you what is the head and what is the tail. Both are undefined right now. Okay. So there are two ways to do that. So branch head is selected, and it's asking if you go over there, it says pick item to connect head to. So what you can do is just left click on here. What you can do is, so my head is on the top equipment 1302. A. So nozzle 2, I don't know which one is nozzle 2 because from the drawing it says nozzle 2 of this 1302A. So what we can do is we can left click. After selecting this one, we can left click on the equipment. It shows me the list of all the nozzles. Okay. Um, you can directly select the nozzle from there as well, but I prefer this way because this way, like if two nozzles are close or maybe some other selection point is there, I don't make a mistake. So this is a appropriate way to do that. So you left click on the equipment, it shows you a list of nozzles. You select nozzle 2 from here. As you can see, the diameter is the same. So the drawing and this equipment doesn't match because according to this drawing, it should be the diameter should be, this nozzle diameter should be 6 inches. But from our library, the equipment we have with the same name, it says 3 inches. So basically, in our actual drawing, we don't need this reducer. These drawings are really old, so that's why this is still exists there, and nobody changed it. So it's easier for you guys because you don't need to do the reducer part in the Pipework one. So, anyways, yeah, eventually in the next classwork, you'll see how to do those, add those components and everything like that. So let's do that. So this is my head point, nozzle 2. I have selected it. So you see it shows you a connection. Let me actually, and you see it created a branch. So in this pipe, I have created a branch of which head is nozzle 2 of this 1302A equipment. So my head part is done. So I'll go to the branch tail. So this is still unconnected. As you can see, there is no tail selected. Same way, after going to the branch tail, pick item to connect tail to, and then left click on the equipment. So it shows you the list of all the nozzles. So from the drawing, we can see it's connecting to nozzle 1 of the 1201 equipment. So I'll select nozzle 1, which is 80 millimeter, the same diameter. So I'll say connect tail to the selected nozzle. As you can see, because they are both the same diameter and the pipe has a straight line connection, it automatically created the piping. So it created a piping connection between two equipments. There can be steam passing through these equipments. Maybe the top one is a heat exchanger, the bottom one is maybe a steam like storage tank or some high pressure steam storage. So steam is passing through, going through this heat exchanger and doing some operation. But anyways, this is how you can create a pipe. So what we did in summary is we added these two equipments according to the name from the drawing. We created our new pipe connection in our new zone, and that in that zone we created a branch connection which has a head and a tail. The head is connected to the nozzle 2 of the top equipment, the nozzle 1 of the bottom equipment. We just made the connection, and because this was a straight line, the pipe was created. That's it. If there was any bend or anything like that, as long as it's not aligned properly with all the components, you'll see on the next equipment videos. But that's it for the uh, first part, the pipework one. Okay. So let me see if I can finish the video. Okay. Stop.